Hey everybody, I'm gonna wait just a second or two here and see if anybody logs on. So anybody that comes on and is watching, in the comments below, shoot me a GIF or wave or do something so that I know you're here. You could also do hashtag replay in the comments because that'll help the video get seen. I have in front of me the printout that I made. If you don't have it, it's just a few things front and back for you to keep notes on. I'm gonna have you do a couple things. It is on the page here, so you can scroll down if you haven't already and make sure that you print it out. Hey Debbie. So make sure you have that. We're just talking about the little worksheet. Everything's gonna be backwards. I was trying to figure out how to do it so it wasn't backwards, but it looks backwards from the way that I can see it. But every Monday or each Monday for the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing a motivational Monday. So I'm going to go over for like this month. We're going to do lots of things about goals. So next week there is one, I believe I did the vision board one next week, and that's my vision board actually right there. So when you create your vision board, you want to put it somewhere where you're going to see it pretty much every day. So I get to stare at that bad boy every day. I'm out in my garage. This is where I do daycare, and this is the best lighting in my house and the best place I can get some semi-privacy. We'll see how long it is before Paul comes out to see what I'm doing. And then the week after that, I'm doing, I believe it's the gratitude journals, and then after that, morning routines. A lot of people will call it a morning routine, but it doesn't necessarily have to be just in the morning. You could have just a section that you carve out for the day. It could be at night, in the afternoon, whatever it may be. I carve out a section in the morning and then a little section in the afternoon as well. But some things to get you going as far as creating goals. A lot of the stuff that I'll talk about today, or tonight I should say, is stuff that I learned from the Rachel Hollis life coaching series. Not everything, but the majority of it. This would have been from her January edition. So I'm not sure if any of you have been following her at all or been doing her life coaching. She does it once a month, and it's a 2-hour session. So I kind of just took a little bit of that and then some other things that I have learned as well. I've been doing lots of reading. John Maxwell has had a big play in a lot of this stuff that I have learned as well. And I can share his book that I read. And those of you that haven't heard of Rachel Hollis and Girl Wash Your Face and Girl Stop Apologizing, well, you've probably been living under a rock then, because it has been pretty big news. She's the #1 and #2 bestsellers list. So I'm gonna get started. So whether you have a piece of paper or you have your printout, one of the first things that it says on here is it asks where you're going this year. When I do my goal planning, I try to do for that year or even like the next 6 to 9 months. You can have like one big dream that's like a 10-year or like further down the road where you want to be, but to focus on some of the goals that I'm talking about right now, I would keep it more focused for that year. But basically where you're going this year, what do you want to accomplish, and what does the best version of you look like? And then in the little section here or on your paper, you're going to write down what the best version of you looks like. I can kind of give you some examples of some stuff that I wrote down. I put happy, healthy, positive, energetic. One of my big things was to take care of myself, to be active, to eat well, exercise, dress well, just my overall, just having a good appearance, getting enough sleep, those kinds of things, being confident, optimistic. I'm trying to see some of the other stuff I have on here. Having a clean and organized home, that's what the best version of my life looks like. So you're gonna wanna jot down on there, and if those of you that are watching, or whether you're watching the replay or you're watching it now, I'm gonna see if I can see the comments. Put in the comments some ideas that you have or stuff that maybe you're jotting down. Let me see if I can see. All right, guys, you have to do some comments so I can see if I can even see them. I don't know if I can see them, but any ideas that you have or anything that you can share with other people to give them ideas. I have on here too volunteering. That's a big thing for me. It makes me feel good to give to the community or volunteer. That kind of thing. It could be looks. I've always wanted to get lash extensions, and as silly as it sounds, if it were the best version of me and everything that I would want to do, and money was endless, I would have lash extensions. So you could get as big or little as you want to with this, and there's definitely enough space on the paper, and then use your notebook that you have. So I'll give you a couple seconds to do that. You guys feel free to, there you go, become debt free. I have that on mine as well. And one thing about debt that I learned, I read the book from Dave Ramsey. If you have not read that book, it's very eye-opening. It's a very easy book to read. If you're not a reader, he has a podcast, and his podcasts are very good as well. And he also has Instagram, where he shares stories and shares a lot of tidbits on Instagram as well. So if you're interested in that, whether you've read it or you've not read it, it is a very good book. It's just very eye-opening and it's super easy to read. What else do you guys have as far as what does the best version of you look like? You guys got to share some stuff with me. And make sure you're writing them down. You actually have to do this. This is the point. In order to have goals and be able to move forward, you need to write your goals down. And that's one thing I learned. I was like, oh, I have all these goals. I want to do all this stuff, but I never wrote it down. I never did a vision board. I never made it real. When you write it down and you actually apply it, then you're giving yourself something to work towards. It's tangible. It's on paper. You said, I'm going to do this. These are my goals. So it's a very good idea to write it down and do that. What other stuff do I have on here? I wanted to spend more time with friends. I have on here new car, because I'd really like to get a new car. The name of the debt-free book, it is, oh gosh, Money Makeover, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'll put it in the comments, but I believe it's Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. I have an Instagram post about it, and it's actually on my Instagram under books. So if you're interested in any of the books that I've read or any suggestions I have, then you can see what the cover looks like. I bought it on Amazon. I bet it was $10 or $12. I don't want to say more than 15. It was worth the money for sure, especially if you have younger kids and you want to be able to save for college and stuff for them. It was eye-opening on just different ways that he suggests to do that. So it was a really good book. And the other book too, by John Maxwell. I should have just grabbed those books. Maybe I'll do that real quick while you guys are writing. Make sure you're writing your stuff down. I'll be right back and I'll grab them. All right, hopefully that didn't take too long. This is the Dave Ramsey book, and it's all backwards. It is Total Money Makeover, and it's kind of thick, but I mean, the writing is bigger in here, and it's super easy. He might even have a workbook. Oh, there's a workbook in the back of it.